What is up, Light Fam? It is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. 3 spiritual reasons you wake up at 3 a.m. Part 2. Part 1 did very well. You guys really liked that one. Thank you. So I decided to make a Part 2. Now, if you have not seen Part 1 of 3 spiritual reasons that you wake up at 3 a.m., you go check it out right here. You don't need to see that one before you see this one, so check it out after you check out this video. I'll also put the link in the description as well. Let's get on to 3 spiritual reasons you wake up at 3 a.m. Number 1, your astral body wants to astral project. Many times when you wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., you may be in what's known as sleep paralysis. Now, this can sound scary, but it's actually the launching pad for an astral projection. All right, guys, so I know that sleep paralysis can definitely sound scary, but it's actually something that we all do every single night when we go to bed. It's actually a safety mechanism so that the body doesn't act out your dreams. The body shuts down so that it doesn't act out your dreams. The sleep paralysis I'm talking about are those rare occasions where you're able to be conscious while your body is shut down or asleep. So this is called mind awake, body asleep, and it's the jumping off point for an astral projection. This is where your astral body leaves your physical body. So if you find yourself in sleep paralysis, don't panic, because that will throw you out of it. Just stay calm, assuming you're wanting to astral project, which is definitely one of the reasons that you wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. Spiritual reasons. Don't stop leaving comments that you wake up at 3 in the morning to pee. I said spiritual reasons, people. Come on, trolls. I always got to have trolls. Anyway, so if you find yourself in sleep paralysis, you can use an exit technique for astral projection. There's a lot of these. The rope technique is very famous. This is where you're envisioning your astral body pulling itself out of your physical body through a rope, pulling down on a rope. There's also what's called the rake technique. If you ever stepped on a rake and it shoots up like this, so you can envision a big foot stepping on the bottom of your body and your astral body pops up. That's another technique. The technique that I like to use is what's known as the target technique. So I am placing my conscious awareness at a target location, and I'm seeing every little nuance of that target. For example, you could use your front door. Maybe you're looking at all of the key scratches on the deadbolt to get in, and you're looking at the chipped paint on the door. You're just looking at every granular detail, and then you want to jar very suddenly and impactfully your astral body out of your physical body. And what I do is I just induce the feeling or the sensation of falling. So it's the same feeling as going down a steep decline on a roller coaster. You just get that, the pit of your stomach drops. So I just envision dropping down a bottomless pit. I get that bottomless pit in the pit of my stomach, and I pop out to the target that I'm envisioning. Now, if you want more techniques on how to astral project, go check out my video right here, how to astral project. I'll link it in the bottom as well. Wanting to astral project is really a quest to find out the deeper nature of reality. There's so much that you can do in the astral plane. You can go anywhere that you can imagine going. A thought instantly takes you to where you're trying to go. You can also meet your spirit guides. You can see what you look like in a previous life. You can access your Akashic record, get some insight on where you're going on your current life. There's so much that you can do in the astral plane. It also shows you firsthand experience that the physical body is not needed for consciousness. What does this prove to you? Well, it proves to you that you never die. When your physical body expires, your consciousness goes on. You have decision-making skills. You have sentience. You are eternal, and learning how to astral project proves this for you. Number 2, you're asking bigger questions of your life. All right, guys. So whenever you are asking bigger questions of your life, what's the nature of reality and my role in it? What is the universe trying to express through me? What does my greatest version look like? These are all expanding questions, and the universe absolutely wants to answer those questions for you, because The universe is also you, evolving and expanding. The universe can express itself to a much greater degree if you are in an expanding energy state. So the universe can get these bigger answers to your bigger expanding questions to you at a time where you're present and the ego is not playing bouncer. Okay. Between 3 and 4 a.m., the ego is either not in the driver's seat or is a little too groggy to kind of be all in the Kool-Aid, filtering out that information that is coming in. If the universe tried to get this information to you in the middle of your day, in the middle of your busy day, you're probably going to be too distracted. You're not going to be present. Your, attention is going to be all over the place and you're not going to get the full message. But between 3 and 4 a.m., you're fully present. The ego is out of the way. And then these bigger answers to your bigger questions can be felt on a much deeper level. The entire message gets in. And if you have a daily meditative practice, you can interpret these visions and downloads without the ego attaching a bunch of fear and limitations to it. So the universe knows that it's going to be able to get the answers that you seek to you when you're present and less in the energetic state of ego. Now, before we get on to the third spiritual reason you wake up at 3 a.m., if you're enjoying the content, please click the subscribe button. Please smash the like button. We talk about all things spiritual awakening here at Lightways, Dark Night of the Soul, Empath Empowerment, Spiritual Awakening, Loneliness, Ascension Symptoms. If you like that type of thing, please subscribe. If you know anyone that likes that type of content and someone that needs some spiritual empowerment, please share this video with them as well. Now on to the third spiritual reason you wake up at 3 a.m. And number 3, your spirit guides want to communicate with you when the veil of distortion is its thinnest. All right, guys. So a lot of people in the spiritual community say that the veil is the thinnest between 3 and 4 a.m. I don't know if the veil every night in all of the different time zones all around the world at 3 a.m. just magically get thinner. I like to say the veil of distortion is its thinnest because the distortion covering the veil is lessened between 3 and 4 a.m. because most of the people in your local area are asleep between 3 and 4 a.m. and there's not a lot of groupthink that is distorting the communication, that's not covering the veil to the non-physical. So this is where I'd like to introduce the term egregore to you guys. So an egregore is a thought form created by at least 2 people. So it's created by a group, but at least 2 people, make up a group. But the powerful egregores are thought forms that are created by very large groups of people, typically fueled by fear. Fear is a very powerful catalyst. And all of that focus on that particular subject gives that thought form almost sentience. It just gives it a life of its own. It gives it momentum. And that egregore, that thought form, starts to roll and pick up all of the other thoughts that are in vibrational alignment with it. Like a snowball, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Let's say everybody is worried about the economy or the housing crash or a solar flare is going to take everybody out and only the good people are going to go to the 5D earth and the wicked people are going to burn in hell, whatever the egregore is. If your thoughts are in vibrational alignment with whatever that egregore is, it's going to pick you up and it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. So between 3 and 4 a.m. is, typically where that egregore, that groupthink is not blocking. Whatever egregore you've gotten yourself unknowingly snatched up by or unknowingly subscribed to, that's not going to be as prevalent between 3 and 4 a.m. because you're present. Usually, a fear-based egregore has your mind off into the future, fear-mongering. You're not present. You can only receive insight in the present moment. Between 3 and 4 a.m. is not a time when some egregore has you off fear-mongering into the future. So you're going to be present enough to receive the insight and the guidance that the universe is trying to get to you. Hope this video has given you guys some insight into why you wake up at 3 a.m. Go check out this video on how to astral project. Go check out part 1 of this video series and click right here to subscribe. I love you guys. I will see all of you in the next video. Namaste.